video came out. I was at the graveyard. The video came out, NCBB sent me the video. I saw the video, and she was there naked, man. They hitting on her, now. I just started crying out there at the funeral home because I was finding a place where I was going to bury her at so I could close the grave. And I told them, man, just send it. Send it viral, man, because people need to see this. They said it was alcohol poisoning, which I knew it wasn't no alcohol poisoning. And then when I got the autopsy, the lady, Miss Elizabeth, told me what the autopsy was before she even got back here, man. And I told her mom, I told her mom and her sister what happened. The video came from NCBB, North Carolina Beach, whatever that platform he got, Juror or something. Right, I guess he sent it to me, so I don't know if it was already on the internet or not. Cause like I say, I don't be on stuff like that. I just know I was at the grave site where I was going, open close her grave, and went on ahead and paid the money to close her grave, man. And he sent me the video. When I saw it, I told him go ahead and send the video viral. I said send it viral, man, because the whole nation, the whole world need to see that it was not no alcohol poison from what they said, and which deep down in my heart I knew it wasn't, from the get-go. So I told him go ahead and send it. Even though she was there naked, they were hitting on her, couldn't be there to, to do nothing. And I know they took over there, man. It wasn't nothing but premeditated, envious and jealous of her. They don't know. They didn't change my whole life. They didn't change my whole life, man, to the core. But God, my vengeance. God fight my vengeance for me, man. So, they back over here walking around. Janine called, give me an ace of Mr. Robinson, we sorry. The parents ain't even try to track me down. They ain't say, Mr. Robinson, we sorry about your daughter, They still got their daughters and sons. They out here walking around doing video. But that's okay, man. It's all good. But this whole world, this whole nation, God's grace and how strong my faith is. Everybody gonna get justice. The clock is ticking. I'm a very patient man, very patient. My faith is in God very strong, but I'm just waiting on him. Just waiting on him. Like I told you, every day is a struggle. I cry every day. Not knowing that I can't hear a voice. Only thing I can look at videos, pictures. It just hurt. And she would have been turning 20. She would have been turning 26 next month. Yeah, January the 9th. She would have been turning 26. Man. Oh. She got into Winston-Salem. Did her thing, got a decent job, good jobs, at the airline, and she started doing hair. And she got good at it. And I told her, I said, with that, I can't do both. I said, well, you can make a good stuff for living or doing hair. I said, go for it. But I said, you be successful in your own way. You be a leader. I always taught her to be a leader, not a follower,
Sounds like you raised her so well, and I can hear the pain in your voice from everything you've been going through. I mean, it's unimaginable. Where were you when you first heard the tragic news that she had died?
Right here at home. Right here, I'm sitting in the living room looking at TV. I just came off the road. I'm a local truck driver, I drive at night. And she always would call and say, "Dad, you okay?" I said, "Yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine." And, it was on a Wednesday, she said, "Dad, you sleep?" She came in the house to get something because, she got her own apartment, doing her own thing. She said, "Dad, you sleep?" I said, "Yeah, because I got to go down the road in a little bit, She said, "Call me." And I called her, and she didn't answer, so I said, "Okay then, she must be busy doing her braiding hair or something." So I guess I'll talk to her later on. And then once that Saturday came, that's when I got the phone call, saying she had passed away down in Mexico, Cabo. So I broke down and started crying. Mom told me, it was alcohol poisoning. I said, "Nah, I'm not going for that. I ain't going for the alcohol poisoning." I said, "God."
You didn't believe it. Why when they said alcohol poisoning, why did you not believe it?
That's not her. That's not her, sir. I mean, that's not her. She might drink a little bit or whatever, how kids do, still trying to feeling their way because they're young, She might drink a little bit, but alcohol poisoning, sir, nah, that wasn't her. No, I just know that, nah, that ain't her style. Wow. She ain't gonna just sit around and just drink herself like that, sir. No.
So, but you were told that by the people she was on the trip with, right?
Right, which I don't even know them. Never met.
I was going to ask you. You didn't know. Did she talk about them, and did you have any connection to any of these people that she was on the trip with?
No connection whatsoever. I don't think I knew that she went to college with them. She went to college with them. They ain't never met them at all. All this was new to me. The names started popping up. Who was this and that? I ain't know none of them. Only thing I knew, she passed, and that following Monday, sitting over at my mom's house like I'm sitting right down at the table. Dialing phone numbers over to the embassy suite, trying to get through, seeing where she was over there,
Yeah.
Sitting over there trying to find her where she was. Like I told you, co-worker,
And after you got that,
show me where my daughter at. Show me where my daughter. I dialed the phone number over there, Googled it, dialed the phone number, and she was over at Riviera. It's a Riviera funeral home over there, and they had her body. A young lady picked the phone up, named Miss Elizabeth, Mexican lady, little young girl. She said, "Mr. Robinson, I got your daughter." She said, "I'm sorry for her loss. Sorry for your loss." She said, "Mr. Robinson, I have a father, and you sound like you, my dad sounds just like my daddy, caring and loving." She said, "I'm going to stick with you until your daughter get back to you, to the United States soil." And she said, "This is what I want you to do. I need you to fill out the paperwork. And once you fill out the paperwork, we can get all this done. And I'll tell you how much money you need to wire over here to the funeral home to bring her back here." And that's what I did, sir.
When they gave you the next bit of information, when you saw the report that said that it wasn't alcohol poisoning, but that there was actual trauma and that there was an actual explanation that seemed to be from some kind of blow, how did you make sense of that?
The funeral home, Brianna at Rosedale Funeral Home, and me and Miss Elizabeth, all three of us work together, she talking to Brianna at the funeral home, and Brianna talking to me, relating back to me, and us three, getting everything together, the paperwork, because they had to transfer that Spanish over to English, and before she even got back here, I got on the phone, she called me, Elizabeth did, and I asked her, I said, "Miss Elizabeth, what happened?" I said, "She got alcohol poisoning in her system." She said, "No, Mr. Robinson. and they broke her neck and her spinal cord. And I told her mom, and I just started crying, you know. I said, really? You gotta be joking. She said, no, Mr. Robinson, there wasn't no alcohol in her system. Your daughter died of a broken neck and her spinal cord.
My God. What did you do then? Did you call the investigators? Did you reach out to the police? What did you do when you got that information that it was a neck and spinal cord injury and not alcohol?
No, they gave me the number. They gave me the number down there to Hagar Araris, the investigator. And he said, Mr. Robinson, what you telling me, their story is not adding up. But he said, for you to get it going, Mr. Robinson, you got to start on the United States side. And that's what I did. That's what I did.
Now, are the investigators still talking to you, or are they giving you updates? Like, where are we now?
I'm gonna leave that part alone. I'm not even gonna go into that.
Okay. Well, can you? And I don't want you to go into the details if you don't feel comfortable for whatever reason. But can you at least let us know? Are you in conversation with the people that you want to be in conversation with? Are you getting answers from people?
I ain't gonna even go into that. I'm just gonna let them do what they gotta do.
Okay. Are you happy with what they're doing?
Like I said, I'm gonna leave exactly what they gotta do. My faith is in God. My faith is in God, man. That's what they do with my faith at from day one. I said, God showed me what happened. And he started pulling layers, man. He started pulling layers. Y'all got the story. Everybody got the story, saw the story. And then y'all saw how they did Shanquella. And y'all saw that it was wrong.
Yeah.
And God put that feeling in y'all knowing that it was wrong. And that's why everybody around this world today want justice. That's why everybody praying. Don't even know me. I don't even know them, man. And I appreciate y'all prayers. Y'all carrying this and y'all love, you know, for this father right here, because I'm hurt, man. I'm hurting to the core. For them to do this right here. She had so much going for herself. You know, her life had just started beginning, you know, so proud of her. And they just took this from me. Took this. Then it got back here, man, and just walking around, you know, it just mind-boggling, man. Like I say, it's a whole lot of questions ain't been answered, but God gonna bring it all out.
Yeah.
God gonna, my patience and my faith with him, sir, gonna bring it all out. You know, she gone. Only thing I can do is fight for her and stand for her like y'all doing right along with me. It's hard, man. It's hard.
One of the things you've said before is that you thought Shanquella was set up. What did you mean by that?
Envious and jealous of her. I mean, you know, her business, doing hair. I mean, how people like her, man. She was a people person, you know. They knew her dad here in Charlotte, you know. People who always used to tell her, no matter where you go, they know you. They can just look at you, and once you say you're a Robinson, they're going to say, your dad named Bernard, ain't he? They're going to say, yeah, oh, you got a good dad, you know.
That's right.
Christmas coming up.
I know you want answers, and I know.
Christmas coming up, man. Her birthday coming up, man. She was going to be 26, January the 9th. 26. Won't be able to see that, you know.
Yeah.
Can't get no more of them phone calls while I'm going down the road. Dad, you okay? You know. It's hard. This is hard.
You ordered a private autopsy, your family did. Have you gotten any answers from that yet?
Nah, God gonna give me the answers. It's just me being patient and keeping my faith in his hands and keep praying. And y'all prayers, keep praying around this world, around this nation. We're gonna get all these answers that everybody is asking. We're gonna get
And
all the
so we're gonna
going
get
forward
justice too.
to the
We're gonna get
utmost.
justice for you too. So, what would justice look like to you at the end of the day? If you could, what do you want the outcome to be? What would justice look like?
Whatever justice God got for him, because He fight my vengeance for me. That's gonna be the justice. That's gonna be the justice. Just going forward, the fathers and the mothers who got kids, even though they 25, 27, whatever, it's not about you being in their business. It's about making sure you check who their friends are going forward. Because this father
Speaking of
right here
friends,
didn't get opportunity. This father didn't get opportunity to check who her friends were, because she knew me. She knew what type of dad I was. That's why she probably didn't even bring them around me or let me know who they were. Because I was probably gonna check them. Who your mom, who your dad is. What your intention is with my daughter. I asked those questions. I asked a lot of questions. I used to tell her, even in school, something you don't know in the classroom, ask. Don't sit there and not know what's going on and you're not familiar with this question or this problem. Ask. I'd rather for you to ask not to ask.
Yeah.
That's just part of life.
That's right, sir. I'm gonna give you the last word here. What's your message for those people she went on a trip with? What do you have to say to them as we continue this fight for justice?
The only thing I want to say to them, that y'all done put a big hole, empty space in my heart. Going forward, or however long God got me to live on this earth. I struggle every day. I'm standing on everybody's strength around this world, this nation, and my faith with the Lord. But going forward, this Father right here, I'm not perfect, but I serve a God and I pray. And He gonna fight my vengeance for me. And whatever He lay it all out, the consequences is yours. Because God didn't give y'all the right to take a life. Not at all. And think that this father right here was going to lay down and let her die in vain. It's not happening. I serve a God. I serve a God that got powers like you just don't know.
This interview was very touching, and I almost broke down myself a couple of times. Typically, you don't see the father in the picture. It's typically the mother and the females in the family that's fighting for justice. So to see both of her parents being at the forefront of getting her justice is pretty remarkable, but it's also a reflection of how much this young lady meant to them and the fact that she's gone. He said a couple things that stood out to me. He said that nobody reached out to him, but they reached out to the mother. Obviously, they knew that she was close with her father as well. He also said that he initially found out at the gravesite about the video, and that was disheartening to know that your daughter was brutally beaten while you're picking out plots. Lastly, he said the lady who was involved with the transportation of Shanquella's body back from Mexico to here confirmed that it wasn't alcohol poisoning, but she sustained injuries related to a beating. And so I wonder what her job title was, because typically that information will come from like a doctor or maybe she read it from the report, in which I'm thinking now, yes, she read it from the report. But with all of that said, this is obviously a case we want to keep talking about. We want to keep it going on YouTube. We want to keep it going on every social media platform. I think greater society in terms of Black and mixed race communities in America fought for Brittany Griner. I'm fighting for Shanquella Robinson. Justice for Shanquella Robinson.